I'm Mark Doty of Automatic Gainsay. Welcome. In 4 years, this is cheating, but in 4 years, it'll be 20 years since I posted my Minimoog demonstration video on a then very new YouTube. It's been 16 years, which is ridiculous, but oh my gosh, it's been up for so many years. And of course, being there for so long, I mean, to be honest, for many years, it was the most viewed vintage analog synthesizer demonstration since the beginning of YouTube. It may still be. I'm not sure anymore. Maybe I'll check. In any case, because it's been there so long and it's been viewed so many times, it has many, many comments. One of the most common comments there, well, I don't know if it's the most common, but a frequent comment there and in other places is the situation where people will be like, I don't know why everyone's so excited about the Minimoog. Like, you know, it just sounds like any other synthesizer. I'll bet you can't discern a Minimoog from any other synthesizer. I've seen it said many, many times. And it doesn't help that like so many techs will say, well, you know, every Minimoog sounds different. And while that's certainly true to some degree or another, it also blurs the fact that of all synthesizers ever made, of all vintage analog synthesizers, the Minimoog has such an obvious and discernible sound compared to all the other ones. And, you know, people will often say to me, like, well, if I played a bunch of vintage synths, I bet you couldn't discern the Minimoog. And I'm like, well, okay, if that was any other synth, like, could I discern an ARP Odyssey? And unless you were like doing something that only the ARP Odyssey really does, I probably couldn't tell the difference. I mean, that's probably true even of the ARP 2600. I'm not sure I'd be able to discern an ARP 2600 in a lineup of synthesizer sounds unless you were doing something that only the ARP 2600 does. But that's not true about the Minimoog. There's something about the Minimoog's tone, the Minimoog's architecture, the way that the different sections of it interact. You can recognize a Minimoog. So I, in a huff, was like, okay, Mark, well, you need to get up there and prove everybody wrong and show them that you can discern a Minimoog from a lineup of other synths. And I thought about it. I'm like, you know what? No, screw me. Like, yeah. Anyway, screw me. I'll bet that all of you could discern a Minimoog. If you've ever heard a Minimoog, like if you've ever like listened to a Minimoog and kind of got a sense of what it sounds like and like it, if you've heard a Minimoog in a song and you know it's a Minimoog in that song, you're like, I love the Minimoog in that song, you can probably discern a Minimoog. So I thought, why not make a video where you, the audience, discerns the Minimoog in a lineup of synths. So you're going to figure it out, and I bet you can. What I did was I thought, okay, now I'm not going to make it easy for you. I'm going to play the same thing on 4 different synthesizers. And I'm also not going to make it easy for you by using synthesizers that all have at least an approximation of a Moog ladder filter. And I'm going to set all the settings so they're as close as they can possibly be across 4 different synthesizers. So what you're going to hear are 4 different examples. 1 of them is a Minimoog. 3 of them are not. All of them are set up to sound very, very similar. And you're still going to be able to discern the Minimoog. I'll bet. So I would love to see your guesses down in the comments below if you want to, you know, make a wager. And in this case, I bet you do. Because you're going to make that comment and people are going to say, oh, this person knew. And then they're going to say, yeah, I knew too. Everybody knows because it's super discernible. Okay, so here come 4 examples, 4 synthesizers playing the same part, and it's your job to tell me which one is the Minimoog.